Let's have 3 cheers for everybody on those flotillas breaking the blockade. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Good, everybody. We're going to have a few speeches now. We've got some people who've been leading the struggle, who've been working really hard to get this issue out. One of the first people I want to acknowledge is the Green MP, Keith Locke, who's been a voice in Parliament, a single, often voice in Parliament. A voice in Parliament carrying the struggle. You know, I just should say something about our Minister of Foreign Affairs. That man is the best imitation of a weasel that I've ever seen. Because what he did, when he was talking about this incident, he parroted word for word the Hillary Clinton of the US. Well, shame on Murray McCully. Shame, 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 shame. All right, we've introduced Keith. Keith's going to say a few words. Kia ora. Have a round of applause for Keith.
First, I'd like to congratulate you all for being here. I'm supposed to be down in Christchurch at a Green Party conference, and in fact I was down there, but I thought it was so important to come to this rally today, and I knew it would be a big one. I knew the people of Auckland would turn out. And I'd like first to pay a tribute to the brave people on the Free Gaza Flotilla and express the great sadness of the Green Party for those who died trying to bring aid, desperately needed aid, to the people of Gaza. I think it is important that we stand here today because we represent the majority of New Zealanders who are horrified at the assault on this peaceful aid flotilla. And unfortunately, and John's alluded to it, we haven't got a government that is standing up for the people of Gaza. I've questioned Murray McCully in Parliament, and this government through Murray McCully point blank refuses to condemn the murderous assault on the aid flotilla. He says, oh, he might comment when there's an investigation, perhaps an Israeli investigation, I don't know. Secondly, he won't, and I questioned him repeatedly on this in Parliament on Wednesday, he won't support an immediate lifting of the economic blockade of Gaza, despite calls from governments around the world and the European Union and the European Parliament and virtually everyone for that horrendous blockade to be lifted. And actually, and John said it again, it seems that the foreign policy of New Zealand is made in this building, in the United States, not in Wellington, not in the interest of the people. Because I studied the statements of Hillary Clinton, the Secretary of State, and I studied the statements and comments of Murray McCully, and they were virtually identical. There is no difference between them, and it is betraying the Palestinian people in their hour of need. I think it is important that we try and end the complicity of this government with Israel. I think that we have to do what we've done in the past where the people stood up when an earlier national government of Robert Muldoon supported apartheid when the people of New Zealand didn't. I think we have to also do the same thing, stand up as we're standing up today, and people are standing up throughout New Zealand. There's protests in Wellington, protests in Christchurch today, also to stand up and put pressure on the government to support the Palestinian people. It also means that all this talk the government comes up with about the war on terror is a fraud if they won't oppose the terror visited by the Israeli armed forces on those people trying to carry aid to Gaza. If they won't stand up and oppose the terrorism, repeated airstrikes against the people of Gaza would take regularly. If they won't oppose what is in effect the terrorisation of the people of Gaza by the continuing blockade which has collapsed the economy of Gaza and left the people relying on aid parcels. The Green Party says the blockade must go now. It must be lifted now. Freedom for Gaza. Thank you.